Jordan, have you heard about video games lately where you have to keep an internet connection to play them?
I thought that was like every video game. Halo?
Not until recently. Oh, no, sure. If you want to play online, if you want to play multiplayer. But now I'm talking about like single player, where you have to keep a connection to the internet to play a single player game.
I thought that, like, because they're always trying to update stuff. You know, I don't get on stuff often.
Okay.
But then I'm like, I just assumed.
I'm talking, not like, hey, you might need to download an update. But like literally like, hey, if your Wi-Fi goes off, the game shuts down.
Oh, that's weird.
Why would you need to do that?
I don't know.
Well,
you tell me.
According to the creators of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the single-player campaign requires a constant internet connection even on consoles. Their reasoning is because there's some kind of like textures that they need to stream, like to get the best quality for the game. You have to be streaming constantly, and even then the game is like a 300 gigabyte download.
Oh my word.
On top of like these streamed textures. But people are speculating, Jordan, that it might maybe just possibly have something to do with like in-game ads. Like as you're going through like a desolate city, maybe there's a Coke poster in a city that you're going through.
Or like it might be specific for you because you looked at something on Instagram.
Exactly.
Or Googled something.
Exactly. Or maybe they have a campaign with like a different company one week, and so they can have different posters on this. So they can always be advertising new things.
Okay. Well, that's weird, but that seems like Rocket League. You know, Rocket League is like that. They've got like ads on this stuff. But I never thought about that being specific for me. That's where it gets weird. Or like we could be playing a game and you might be getting a different ad than I am, but then what would it show during the replay? I don't know. Maybe the replay is manipulated, so I'm seeing my replay and you're seeing your replay.
Yeah.
I only play games like
I'm realizing now I brought this up thinking this would annoy you, but I'm like, no, you know what? Any game Jordan plays is this kind of game. Well, it would be like if you just recently played The Witness. What if you had to have an internet connection for like a puzzle game?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Oh, we got to make the textures look nice, so we got to stay connected to the internet versus just giving you the option. Hey, I'll take
stupid texture off,
the crappy textures. They don't have to look as good. Just don't.
That's not even an option?
No.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but it's just funny that they're saying, well, we got to stream the better quality stuff, and it's like, no, you're gonna sell us something.
So has this come out yet? Like
no, they just announced it. I guess it's coming out. I never played Call of Duty. I've played it a few times growing up, but we were more Halo people growing up.
I think that Halo was kind of our generation, and then
Call of Duty was like if you were like 3 years younger than us. Yeah.
That's what it
Everybody
seems like.
played Call of Duty. But I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like we're kind of at an inflection point with these AAA studios that are making these like the big expensive games where it just takes such huge teams to build these games that even $70 for a game doesn't make it worth it. They've got to sell advertising too, and they've got to do microtransactions like, oh, you can buy a skin for your character or a new gun or whatever. So they're just adding all this stuff in. But I think that
why don't they just make the game cost more? I mean, who's
I think they're afraid to do that.
Who's not going to pay $100 for the new Call of Duty game when they are obsessed with it? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's what people always say. They're like, you might spend $20 on a movie to go see a movie that's like 2 hours, or you'll spend 100 hours, 200 hours playing like a multiplayer game
for $100. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. If I knew, here's the deal. If I knew that a game was gonna be something that I truly loved for years to come, it does $100. I don't want to spend that much, but if I know it's good, but I wouldn't spend $70 on everything. I just wait for things to go on sale. If I buy them, I mean, truthfully, I don't buy these kind of games.
No, but I mean, like, for games, for a Call of Duty or like a Halo type game, that people, I feel like they could get away with $100.
Right, like hey, this is like our marquee game for the next 10 years. It's a new Halo game. Yeah, but Call of Duty comes out every year. They put out a new Call of
Oh, I
Duty
didn't
game
know that.
every year.
Okay.
There's like 2 studios. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's 2 studios, and each one puts out one every other year. So this
wow.
year it's this team. Next year it's team 2, then team 1, then team 2. Put it out every year.
Wow.
Call of Duty. It's like Madden.
Yeah, that is what it seems like. What a great game. What a great game.
Oh man, I don't know. It's just video games are getting. It's like just as this stuff is starting to collapse a little bit, and a lot of these big studios, even the successful ones, are having to lay off a bunch of people. The indie game renaissance, where it's just like 1 or 2 guys building a game, like Stardew Valley or something, where it's one guy. Those have really taken off.
It'll be interesting to see in 5 years what happens,
I agree with that.
And we'll talk about it later, but your favorite game, Slay the Spire, I played for the first time, and that was just a couple guys who made it, right?
I can't wait to talk to you about that.
Yeah.